welcome, there we go, to the Union broadcast booth as we are starting the fourth and final game of our quadruple header here at Jackson, as it is time for the 2023 AA State Tournament, presented to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, as we are going to move along in the pregame show. This is the Bobby Dolezal Big Country Properties pregame show. We come back, we'll have your scene set for tonight's matchup, listening to that 2023 AA State Tournament presented by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dolezal, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
Get back to feeling your best with Evanston Regional Hospital Physical Therapy. If you find yourself struggling with pain or limited mobility in your everyday life, your recovery starts here. With a personalized treatment plan just for you, our experienced physical therapists will help you every step of the way to reach your goals and get back to doing what you love. Call us today to schedule an appointment. Evanston Regional Hospital, helping you get your life back.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Fresh and flavorful ingredients are what makes the best restaurants great. At El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant, each entree is prepared with only the freshest and tastiest ingredients. The menu includes everything from tacos to steak, fresh fruit waffles to omelets, and mouth-watering burgers to sandwiches. Come in and enjoy a meal today at the new El Paso All-American and Mexican Restaurant inside the Log Cabin on Bear River Drive.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth. It is time for the El Paso All-American Mexican Grill scene set for today's matchup, as the Jackson Giants will take on the Gillette Rough Riders in the 3-6 matchup, the Gillette Rough Riders being the number 3 seed, the Jackson Giants being the number 6 seed. As the winner of this matchup will play Cheyenne Post 6 tomorrow, as the loser will play the Hawks, the Post 6 Hawks. As when we come back, we'll have an interview with David Beers on our Jake Major with the Bullock Agency pregame coaches show. You're listening to the 2023 AA State Tournament live from Jackson, brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, online at mylocalradio.com.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Napa know-how isn't just for guys like this.
Power tools.
Every driver deserves quality parts.
Practical and cool.
So you can do it yourself with Napa Auto Parts, or get it done for you at a Napa Auto Care Center. Which means Napa know-how is for you, karaoke car lady. And never popped a hood guy.
I can pop a hood.
You too, Mr. Park a mile away. Oh yeah. Do it yourself or have it done for you. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how. Covalos, your one-stop farm and auto shop.
Helping young people grow into productive adults is like putting a puzzle together. Each aspect of life is equal to one puzzle piece. Restful sleep, a healthy breakfast, a positive experience at home before school sets the tone for the whole day. Positive student interaction with teachers, district staff, coaches, and peers all add to the puzzle. At Uintah County School District Number 6, we work hard to make each puzzle piece meaningful and powerful for every student. By working together, we can help every student grow into a masterpiece. It's a great day to be an Eagle.
Hey there, I'm Jake Major, your local Medicare and insurance benefits advisor for the Bullock Agency of Wyoming. With over 25 years of experience protecting families in rural America, we understand the importance of having an affordable insurance coverage. Whether you're searching for extra coverage or looking to understand and switch your Medicare options, I can help you find a range of top-rated insurance companies and tailor-made packages based on your needs. Call me, Jake Major, today at 307-209-4685 and let's discuss your insurance options. We're the Bullock Agency of Wyoming when benefits matter.
Welcome back to the Union Broadcast Booth. It's time for that interview with David Beers.
Here with Cody Beers. He is the public relations specialist with WYDOT, as well as a member of the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and a big fan of American Legion Baseball, of course. Cody, you were the state chairman for a number of years, and here we are at state tournament time, and of course, our state tournament broadcast brought to everybody by people at the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition and Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. And Cody, you know, Wyoming is unique in the fact that it's not irregular to travel 4 hours one way to a game. So really getting the word out there to buckle up those seatbelts and make sure you arrive not only at the game safe, but back home safe. It's really important to get that word out there.
Well, when you talk baseball from people around the region, across the country, that road trip emphasis in Wyoming, it's very difficult for people to understand because you're right. I mean, it's common to climb in a bus with your kids if you're a Legion coach in Wyoming and, you know, drive from Powell to Green River or Douglas to Cheyenne and back. I mean, Douglas to Cody and back. Long drives, good baseball, but then that road trip home requires a lot of Diet Pepsi, Diet Coke, and a lot of sunflower seeds for the coach, because often the coach has to drive the team to the game, coach the doubleheader, and then drive back home while the players are sleeping. So it's long road trips. It's good baseball, but that's life in Wyoming, and we embrace it. I mean, we are in state tournament season. Just had a walk-off of Cheyenne beat Jackson in the C state championship game. And so, I mean, it's an exciting time of the year, and I'd just like to encourage everyone to, get there safely by buckling your seatbelt, and then get back home safely by buckling that seatbelt. Every ride, every time, it's that important.
So, as a former chairman of American Legion Baseball, what does tournament time mean to you?
Well, tournament time is, the culmination of everything that starts back in January or February for these teams. The preseason work in the winter, getting up, scraping your windows, heading into the indoor practice facility and doing your work in the preseason for that short 2-month season, basically, May, June into July, often, 2 to 3 month season in Wyoming. So a lot of preparation, both from a administrative standpoint and a coaching standpoint, and of course from a fundraising standpoint, because American Legion Baseball is kind of pay to play venue in Wyoming. So people, they don't understand that all this effort goes in before the season, after the season. They just see the regular season games and then state tournament games being played. So just know that, these towns, the town teams, the coaches, the boards, most of it volunteer, even though the coaches are paid somewhat. Some teams don't pay their coaches in Wyoming, and give a tip of the hat to those people. But it just creates a lot of admiration from guys like me who've been doing this thing for 20, 30 years. To keep baseball alive in Wyoming, it's a big deal. And these towns, support their kids and the businesses support their kids, and it wouldn't be possible for you guys to be broadcasting it without the support of all the sponsors, the advertisers, the families, and of course your radio stations. So we appreciate everything that you guys are about, and we appreciate this group of folks in Wyoming that loves baseball and keeps it going from year to year.
You talked a little bit about how important it is for the players and the coaches, of course, to buckle up every ride, every time. But also the unsung heroes of this whole thing are the parents. I mean, they're traveling by themselves. They're putting their hard-earned money into hotel rooms and giving up their weekends to go and support their players. Can we talk a little bit about the dedication that we see from the people that are not inside the dugout, but instead it's the people that fill up the stands?
Well, that goes without saying that these parents are dishing out hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to see their sons play American Legion baseball, to watch, to help, to bring an extra case of water or Gatorade along and just support what these teams are trying to accomplish. And that's a possible trip to the regional at the A level, and of course at Double A, the Legion World Series. It's a big commitment by families, by kids, by parents, all across Wyoming. From Jackson to Gillette to Cheyenne to Wheatland. Down in the southwest corner to Evanston, up in the central part of the state where Lander has rejoined Legion baseball. On up to Powell and Lovell. I mean, it's just a big commitment, and so everybody comes together. I've heard more of the idea that people are renting houses together, staying together even in these tournaments, because, man, it is a big hit on the wallet every year, and for kids to keep playing baseball. There's an opportunity to play after high school for some of these kids, but for the most part, I mean, this is their opportunity to play a great game, build friends for life, and travel Wyoming and see the sights. And I can't think of a better way to do that than by being safe, buckling that seatbelt, making sure that we all arrive safely to and from these games, these tournaments, watching out for each other and communicating and, just being safe. And that's really what it's about. I mean, go out, compete at the highest level, and then return home safely to your regular life, but use your skills you've built in baseball. That translates very well to football, basketball, wrestling, swimming, the gamut of high school sports. Baseball, while it's not a high school sanctioned sport in Wyoming, is still a really big deal. If you talk to college recruiters and people interested in recruiting that multi-sport athlete that has many different skills, baseball plays a big role in that.
That is Cody Beers with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Cody, thank you so much for your support. Without you guys, we definitely could not be broadcasting these state tournaments. Anything else before we wrap it up?
Well, just ask the people every time, every ride, when you climb in that vehicle, click that seatbelt. And whether you're going to the store, whether you're going to a baseball game or a tournament clear across the state, be safe and watch out and drive defensively, because this time of year there's a lot of people out there on the road. So let's take care of each other and, go Wyoming baseball.
I don't know about you, but every time I go to the grocery store, I'm filled with anxiety. Do I have enough money? Meat prices have doubled. How can I ever work on food storage when I can hardly afford food for this week? Wyoming Wild Meats and Lyman is the solution. Weekly specials are posted on Facebook. Beef, pork, chicken for one meal or a mixed order to fill the freezer. You will find quality Gosner cheese and milk products and delicious bread. Because overhead is low, the savings are passed to every customer. Wyoming Wild Meats, offering fresh domestic meats.
Precision, the quality, condition, or fact of being exact and accurate.
Precision is important. Scoring the next point, making the perfect shot, getting the best score. And when you think of your dentist, you want precision to be the first word that comes to mind. That's why patients are so pleased with Dr. McKay Frankum. He provides precision family dentistry at reasonable prices to every patient. Dr. McKay Frankum, call today for an appointment.
Call Dr. McKay Frankum at 789-8910.
It's a great time to check out the digital banking options at Trona Valley Federal Credit Union and skip the trip. Members who enroll in digital banking can make deposits remotely, check bank balances, transfer money between accounts, make loan payments, and use automatic bill pay options. You can even connect Quicken or QuickBooks to your Trona Valley digital banking accounts. Learn how digital banking with Trona Valley Federal Credit Union can make your life simpler. Stop in today. Member NCUA. Quality is the one thing that you can always count on when you do business with Ellingford Brothers in Evanston. Whether you're looking for strong, high-quality cement for construction, sand and gravel for road base, a cement trough or critter ladder for your livestock, or steel fabrication including custom towing packages, bumpers, and other vehicle accessories, you always get high-quality products and friendly, knowledgeable service at Ellingford's. Stop in today, 199 County Road, Evanston.
Welcome back to the Union broadcast booth as we are going to turn the microphone over to Jake Nichols.
This one rolling with the Jackson Giants leading off Aiden Grayland. We'll run through those lineups in a second. Max is eager to get those to you, I'm sure. As Grayson Sargent will do the pitching. Giants have seen him twice, an inning in relief and a 5-inning start. And Sargent was good. He picked up the win in that start and held the Giants scoreless in his 1 inning of relief. So the Jackson has not had much of an answer for Sargent. Grayland with contact over the right side. Will it stay fair? No.
Sargent was also a second-team All-State honoree today. So
yeah, I remember he's good. He's for real good. 1-1 count on Aiden Grayland. You mentioned he leads the team in BA batting average, still hitting over 400.
Batting 401.
Nice.
Pretty solid.
Yeah. Good contact hitter. We've said that a lot. He's tough to strike out. Swing and a miss at that one as Sargent gets him with the high heat. Just underway here. Winner of this game will play post 6 Sixers tomorrow. As Sargent deals good breaking ball. Grayling got just the end of the bat on it and kind of bloops one to first for the out. Easy put out.
See who's on first base. Looks like Carver Partlow. Yeah, in the 2 spot we've got second baseman Xander Witt, finally back from his groin injury. Nice to see that he's fully healthy.
X-Man back. Check swing. Didn't mean to, but the fastball is, I think he went too far anyway. 0-1 on him. Sargent, yeah, pretty quick worker. Good pitcher from what we see. If it misses the outside edge there, it's 1-1.
I certainly like these guys who don't just take their time. Go up, just dish it, keep the confidence rolling.
We like fast-moving games, too. As hungry broadcasters swing and a miss as Witt overmatched with a high fastball there, 1-2. And I can't imagine why Grayson Sargent would mess around here, as Witt was pretty late on that. I would show him another one. The pitch from Sargent, and it is another one. Witt has just stared at it and admired it as we did. Fastball right down the pipe.
Yeah, that was a beautiful
But
pitch.
some real speed on it. Ethan Garner got off to a little bit of a slow start. Starting to see the numbers he's accustomed to putting up. The left-hander steps in. Swung out first pitch. Ground ball to second. Nice play there by Hecker. And he makes the throw out. So the Giants go in order in a fast-moving top half. We'll take the break and be back with the bottom of the first. You're enjoying Giants baseball at KZ95 Jackson Hole Radio, also in cooperation with our friends at My Local Radio, AA 23 coverage brought to you by Buckle Up Wyoming. Buckle Up for Life Wyoming. Thanks.
Buying or selling is a simple process if you're working with the right real estate agent. This is Bobby Dalzall, broker with Big Country Properties. We have agents serving both Lincoln and Uintah counties that can assist you with all of your real estate needs. We are the top listing and selling brokerage in the Bridger Valley and strive to be honest, hardworking, and thorough. Whether buying or selling, we make it happen. Call us today at Big Country Properties, 307-782-3556.
At Wi-Hi, we are with you is more than just 3 simple words. It encompasses the principles we live by to serve our members and local communities. So if you're looking to keep your banking relationships local with a partner who will always be there for you, look to us. We're Wi-Hi. We're Wyoming. We're with you. Visit wihi.org to learn how you can be a part of something bigger today.
To work for the Jackson Giants, he'll start this game. He's faced Gillette also before, and through 2 innings of scoreless relief work prior this season. First pitch is in there for a strike.
Yeah, Wilkes has had a solid season. 48 innings pitched. I think he's got 30 walks, 35 strikeouts, 4.59 ERA. So probably our second best pitcher behind Aaron Huggins. Hopefully he can continue his success on the mound.
Yeah, he's a hard thrower. Both fastballs in there for called strikes. And then finally, something hit down the right side by Peterson, going to be out of play as Witt gives it chase, showing us that his groin's okay. He ran a long way from second.
Good 50-yard sprint there at least.
Wilkes, if he's got an Achilles heel, it's his command. He sometimes has trouble locating the plate, but when he's on the plate, he throws as hard as anybody. 0-2 pitch coming up. That's sky high, and Lucas Grayland's got a beat on it, but he's going to run out of territory, and so is Xander Witt. So 2 fly balls out of play.
Love to see us moving there as a team. There, everyone is sprinting down the right field line.
Everyone's so eager to make a put out. The dugout's into it as well, as Peterson steps back in. The 0-2 again. Fastball, that's up too high, 1-2. Both dugouts making a lot of noise. Just underway here, bottom half of the first. Giants went in order in the top half. And the Gillette Riders, Peterson spoils a good Wilkie fastball on the outgoing. They got him. Nice throw by Aiden Grayland to nail Schilling. Good play.
That was good the whole way. It was a good hard pitch by Wilkes. Gave Aiden enough time. Perfect throw right in the money.
Good point, Max. That fastball, the hard thrower, allows the catcher to have that extra time. You're right. When you throw that hard, gets to home quickly.
Reminds me what happened in the, what game is that earlier? Was that the Cheyenne post 6 where they got tied out the first guy in the first inning?
Yeah, I think it was, as Wilkes misses low. It's 2-1 now, 2 out, nobody on. Scoreless game, bottom of the first. Riders, Giants in a game that should be a close matchup. Both these teams pretty good. Swing and a miss at a Wilkes fastball, and Wiley is dialing it up now.
Certainly is.
Mason Drube, another All-State selection, doesn't often miss a fastball. This one bounces into home plate for a ball. 3-2 now, full count to Drube, and still want to be careful with him. I would not give him anything too juicy. Payoff pitch from Wilkes. And that hit Drube, and he really leans far out over the plate, and He's acting like he's hurt and disgusted. He made no attempt to get away from that ball.
I mean, it looked like it just clipped his elbow. Wasn't too hard of a hit. Kind of leaned into it a little bit.
I mean, if he pulled his elbow out of the way, it's ball 4. I mean, he took a hit by pitch unnecessarily, honestly. He made no attempt to get out of the way of that and took it right off his elbow. I mean, I understand if you're down in the count 0-2, but it's ball 4 anyway. Save yourself the pain.
Still talking to Coach Huggins on first base about it.
Yeah, Droop's going to stay in there. So with 2 out, we put a runner back at first. Wilkes will have to work from the stretch to face Schilling. It's the other Schilling. Which one is this, Max?
The catcher.
Okay.
Riley Schilling.
2 brothers. They're both as good as the other one, and keep an eye on Drew at first. Average speed.
Riley Schilling is the batter.
And Wilkes overthrows that. He misses outside for a ball. Wiley, he's got the kind of stuff to be effective, but he's just his own worst enemy when he's not right. Most of it his.
Yeah, his miss is definitely low into the dirt. I've already seen it 4 times this inning.
2-0, and just as we talk about a potential meltdown, pitching coach out to talk to Wiley just to make sure he realizes that we're okay here. There's no runs, no damage done yet. 2 out with a runner at first. Take a breath and get back into the strike zone. He's 2-0 now on Schilling.
No, I think this is a good tactical play. You got to keep instilling the confidence in Wiley. I mean, he knows he can throw it over the plate every time. Just gets ahead of himself sometimes. And taking a few breaths right now is important.
Still a young pitcher, has not pitched a bunch. He pitched a little bit last year. We saw some of him, a lot more this year. But he's come a long way, for sure.
Yeah, definitely a really solid number 2 option for these Giants.
Wilkes checks the runner at first. Drew dives back. Throw almost got away from Grayland. Luke is such a big target at first. It's not easy to throw one by him. He's got a lot of reach. 2-0 pitch, meanwhile, coming up to Schilling. And that's in there for a strike and a good fastball to make it 2-1. Schilling, another one of those guys that really gets up on the plate, crowds the plate, tries to take away that inner half, and it looks like Grayland setting up on the outside corner. That ball hit well right by Costiel at short. That's a base hit into left. Fisher up with it quickly. That'll hold Drew to second. So a 2-out single puts runners at first and second, and a rally still cooking here for Gillette.
Certainly surprised he squeezed that between Costiel and Hammond, given looked like he was pretty close to the plate, close stance, but somehow.
Yeah, and just sort of a half swing, like.
Yeah, just got around it a little bit.
Brings up Hecker with 2 on, 2 out.
Yeah, the second baseman.
Wilkes misses away. This is the kind of a pressure situation, state tournament. Wiley just hasn't felt this kind of heat yet this season. We'll see how he handles it. He's in a little jam here. That pitch fouled away, and a good fastball as Hecker was late on it.
Yeah, it's been the theme so far. They've been late on the fastball quite a few times.
And that's pretty much all Wiley's going to show you is the gas. He's got some off-speed stuff. He doesn't use it a lot. Pretty much all fastballs. 1-1 count now on Hecker. Runners at first and second. Drew at second. Schilling at first. Bottom of the first. Swing and a miss. Good pitch on the outside corner. That looked like it had a little bit of movement to it. Now Wilkes ahead in the count, 1-2.
I'd like to see that again. Just off the side of the plate, maybe a little bit off speed.
Yeah, go away soft. Yeah, that looked good. Grayland sets up on the outside corner. And the pitch, Wilkes hit the mark, but it was too low, and it gets away from Aiden Grayland. Got right underneath him, so Wiley's now gone 2-2 to Hecker.
I mean, I kind of read his lips there. He's like, it's all good, it's calm.
That's good.
Aiden Grayland.
He said, yeah, it's all good, I got this. Well, you better.
It's one good pitch and
yeah, runners at second and third. One pitch could end it. and misses outside. You do have a place to put this batter, but again, the laboring issue, pitch count, all that kind of stuff doesn't help. Be a lot easier to just strike him out here. Payoff pitch coming to Hecker. Runners at second and third, 2 out. And it is just high for ball 4. So base is loaded now. And if Wiley's going to work a scoreless first, he's going to have to do it the hard way.
Also note that's already 30 pitches from Wiley. So getting up there in the pitch count.
Yes, he is. Runners take their lead from every base with Richards at the plate. First pitch is high for a ball.
Yeah, they're DH Brady Richards.
Oh, how the game could change on a pitch here. As Wiley has to bear down, find the strike zone, try to get out of this mess. Still not hurt, no runs yet. As that pitch makes the outside corner 1-1, and I think Richards was taken all the way to make Wilkes prove that he can throw a strike. He did, 1-1. He's going from the full windup with runners at every base. The pitch hit high in the air. Somebody should be able to get under this. Garner coming in from right, settles underneath it, and does put the squeeze on it. So the Giants escape what could have been potential disaster, and after one, we're scoreless here in Jackson. You're enjoying AA State Tournament Baseball on my local radio, and it's courtesy of Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family.
I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
The perfect mix of different ingredients can create the most delicious creation. Successful people have the ability to bring many different individuals together who work, collaborate, show kindness, use problem-solving skills, and include each individual's talents and gifts to create new inventions, compose beautiful music, and find ways to make the world a better place. At Uintah County School District Number 1, we work together every day to promote student success. Uintah County School District Number 1, Pathway to Excellence.
Do something good for yourself. Give your home a new look. At Kazine's Furniture in Evanston, their friendly staff will help you make your home a peaceful and beautiful place to be. Comfortable furniture, appliances, artwork, lighting, and accessories work together to create an enjoyable and inviting atmosphere in your home. Make your living and sleeping space a wonderful place to be. With brands like Serta, Ashley, GE, and more, visit Kazine's Furniture at 941 Front Street in Evanston.
We move to the second inning. Time for the Kazine's Ace fan cam. Normally we would zero in on a fan, but we're afraid to touch the cameras. We're afraid to touch anything today. But fan cam would find a lot of fans in the stands for this one, obviously, with a home team closing out the day. Jackson Giants, as the first pitch from Sargent misses for a ball to Costiel. Here's our big bat for the Giants.
Yeah, 8 home runs this season, certainly our big hitter. And then just regarding our lineup, Costiel is obviously in the 4 spot, our shortstop. And then on deck is left fielder Matt Fisher, followed by center fielder Mason Wright.
Costiel works the count to, I think, 2-0. The scoreboard not showing that. That pitch swung on, hit to the right side in foul territory. Is there room? There is not, but a good chase given by Partlow, the first baseman. So I'm thinking it's 2-1 on Costiel, but not exactly sure.
It's 2-1. I mean, Costiel's had a pretty good year, batting .344.
Yeah, he's provided a ton of the Jackson offense for sure.
Yeah, unanimous All-State first team selection.
And he takes a strike down the middle, and it's 2-2 on Costiel. Grayson Sargent, the starter for Gillette. Jackson's seen plenty of them this year. He's very familiar to him. Strike 3 call in the outside corner. Castro just couldn't pull the trigger and caught him looking. Backwards K for Sargent to start the second. Bring up Matt Fisher, the left fielder. Fisher's had a real good year offensively.
Number 8.
Yeah, he's also batting, I think, 355.
Yeah, fouls that one away. He was in the leadoff spot for a while for his speed and batting average, but then he's kind of shown some power. And then Aiden Graylin is such a good leadoff guy that they kind of flip-flopped.
Yeah, I certainly like Aiden at the first spot, given he's batting 400 and just always seems to get his bat on the ball.
Chopper to third. Nice play by Schilling. Throws to first. And they got him. Real good play. That was a high chop. Schilling had to hurry the throw from third and threw a dart across the field to Partlow for out number 2. So looking like that pitcher's duel, although Wiley has his own way of doing it for Jackson. He tries to get himself in as much trouble as he can and then get out.
He already faced 6 batters, 33 pitches.
Man.
Big first inning from Wiley.
Any way you want to do it, that's just Wiley's way of making it happen. Swing and a miss. Mason Wright can't find that fastball from Sargent.
No, yeah, Mason's a solid lefty. Seems like he can spray it all over the field.
Yeah, he will go the other way. They have him shaded the other way at center as that pitch is up and in for a ball, 1-1. Third baseman Schilling in almost on the grass in case of a bump, but the center fielder Drew is shaded to the opposite side of center. And Mason does indeed go the other way with that one, but a little bit late. Loud foul down the left field line. 1-2 now on him. No score here in the top half of the second between the Riders and the Giants. Gillette, Jackson. Gillette coming in 3 seed, Jackson 6. That pitch misses. Not sure if Sargent wanted to do that. That was a mistake. 2-2 now on Mason Wright.
Looked like he tried to spin it a little bit too hard.
Yeah. It didn't come out of his hand right. He knew it. 2-2 to Wright. That's on the outside. Oh, boy. Nope. Hold on. Schilling, the catcher, trying to sell the ump. He sold me. I thought it was strike 3.
Either way.
That's too close to take if you're Mason Wright. You got to have a bat ready here. Payoff pitch coming. Although we got, 2-2. Sargent deals, and that's hit the other way, and that will again be out of play. Still 2-2 on Mason Wright.
It's 3-2.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's 3-2, 2 outs. Scorekeeper's not up to date. Not trying to throw any shade.
No. Wind almost dead. It really hasn't been a factor much all day today. Not too much as Grayson Sargent deals. That pitch again. Wright got just enough.
Yeah, about the wind. I think it's only 7 or 8 miles an hour in the face. I mean, it's beautiful right now. It's like 78.
Perfect.
Clouds are kind of going away. Sun's still creeping out. It's fantastic weather for some evening baseball.
Yeah. Lucas Graylin waits on deck. Should Wright get on? Another 3-2 pitch coming from Sargent. And again, foul down the left side. Mason Wright starting to time that fastball a little bit better, though. Those bloops behind the dugout now becoming a little harder line drives. If you're Sargent and you have a second pitch, you might want to try that now. Fastball misses up, and Wright works the walk. And with his speed, that's as good as a double if he's thinking about moving here. Get ready if you're Schilling, the catcher. Mason Wright would love to get in scoring position for Lucas Graylin.
Yeah, another big power hitter, batting 7th.
Like Garner, Thump had a real slow start to the season. Finally has a couple of home runs. We were waiting for that first one for a long time. That pitch misses low and away. Wright staying where he is. On deck, the DH Tate Wiley. 1-0 pitch coming from Grayson Sargent. Takes a long look at Wright. Now throws. Yeah, that's on the outside corner at the knees. Tough spot if you're Lucas Graylin, and good spot if you're Sargent. Yeah,
Lucas is not too happy about
He's
that.
like, man, I don't. What do I do with that one? He's thinking. 1-1 pitch coming up now as Sargent again peeks over at right, deals. That's outside in the dirt. Good job by Schilling to block it and leave Mason right where he is at first. 2-1. Graylin working that count and making Sargent work. Grayson to the belt. Now he's going to throw over. Wright dives back, but he's back safely.
Yeah, it looked like Wright was going to go there, so glad he got back in time.
I think he was, maybe Sargent saw something over there. Now quick pitch to Graylin. He fouls that back. It's 2-2. That time very close to being called a quick pitch as Sargent did not come to the belt set for very long. He knew that Wright was still brushing himself off. Figured out, pitch it real quick here. 2-2 pitch coming up to Lucas Graylin. Curveball got him. Swing and a miss as Big Thump couldn't locate that curve. And after 1.5, we're still scoreless in Jackson. You're enjoying AA state tournament coverage, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming, all on mylocalradio.com.
At the Evanston Walmart, you'll find all the tools students need to succeed. Our team is committed to providing quality products and an excellent shopping experience. Stop in today. 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Start the bottom of the second. Wilkes is out there to work his second inning. Wiley was in all kinds of trouble, mostly of his own making in the first, but got out of it.
Yeah, leads us at the bottom of the lineup with the 7th, 8th, and 9th hitters. Looks like the 7th is left fielder Caton Killian. In the second spot is going to be first baseman Carver Partlow, and batting 9th is right fielder Carson Loftus.
It's the left-hander Wilkes will face. We are theorizing that Wilkes will go 2 and then give way to Aaron Huggins, but we don't know that for sure as Wiley paints the outside corner with a fastball for strike 1. Wiley working quickly here. That pitch fouled off the left side, and
love to see him get ahead of the count.
Yeah.
Opposite of last inning.
Killian a little late on that fastball. And again, Wilkes doesn't show you much other than the fastball until you prove you can hit it. Another fastball chopped to second. Nice charge on that by Xander Witt. He did not let that ball play him. He came right at it. Got the hop he wanted and made an easy play. So 1 up, 1 down.
Yeah, brings up the first baseman Carver Partlow.
Gillette Riders have managed to beat Jackson 3 times in 3 meetings this season, but this one a little bit different here in the postseason. That one falls sharply down the right side by Partlow.
I think the scores were 6-0, 5-1, and 12-0. So definitely haven't had a lot of success, but looking a lot better today.
So far, so good, yes.
This comes down to our pitching, I think, getting ahead of the count, no unnecessary walks, unnecessary errors, but keep that to a minimum. Should be a close game.
1-1 count on Partlow as Wiley Wilkes deals. That pitch in the dirt and away. It's 2-1 now. Yeah, if Wilkes can throw strikes, I don't see anyone on the Gillette team that would hurt him real bad. Maybe Drew. They got a couple of guys that swing a good bat, but
the guys at the top of the lineup.
As that pitch misses well off the dish, it's 3-1 now on Partlow. The pitch, that ball stung just over the outstretched arm of Xander Witt. He couldn't get to it. into right center. That's a base hit. Xander did everything he could. He went airborne.
Yeah, did a full dolphin dive there. Almost got his glove on it.
That was a dolphin dive. Xander needed to be a couple 3 inches taller, and he might have had that, but a nice stroke by Partlow. And that's a 1-out single, puts him at first. Look at Aiden has already thrown out 1 base runner, so we'll see how cautious the Riders are now.
Yeah, it brings up the right fielder, Carson Loftus.
Loftus takes strike 1. You could hear Wilkes really popping the mitt. And when you know you're only working 2 innings, you really don't have to hold anything back. I mean, you can bring the heat. That's what Wiley's doing. Throw over to first, no problem, as Partlow's back. 0-1 count now on Loftus. 1 out, 1 on. Bottom of the second, Riders trying to get on the scoreboard. As we're at 0 so far, Wilkes misses outside, 1-1. Bridger Hammond in on the grass at third in case of a bunt. Well in on the grass. Wilkes to the belt and deals. That pitch fouled off into the screen. And Wiley's got a good fastball, especially when you realize that he doesn't have a lot of other stuff or doesn't show it, so you can almost guess fastball 90% of the time. You'd be right as the batter.
Yeah, it seems like he only throws the off-speed like 1 every 2 at-bats. It's pretty rare.
Yeah. That ball hit up the middle. Mason Wright coming on, makes the catch. They'll try to double up Partlow at first, but cannot. But Mason Wright really came on hard. He dove for that. He's slow getting up. You're right, but seems to be okay. Mason plays a fairly shallow center. He trusts his speed to be able to get back to the wall if he has to. And I thought that was a single all the way, and Wright robbed him.
I mean, yeah, we've talked all season about how speedy our outfielders there, and Mason Wright especially showed it there.
Definitely. If you've been first pitch from Wilkes is in there for a strike. If you've been watching these tournament games all day today on mylocalradio.com, you know we've gotten some stellar play from the center fielders. Just every game seems to have one better than another. As Wilkes tries something crooked there, misses outside. 1-1. There's 2 out. Partlow's still at first, and we're still scoreless. Who blinks first? As Wiley looks in, gets the sign to the belt, checks the runner. Now he's going to throw over. Partlow back easily. Good job by Wiley to keep that runner close. That's base runner management. Yet another thing that young pitchers have to learn. Wiley's doing a good job keeping Partlow nearby.
Yeah. Definitely can't risk getting a runner in scoring position, especially with 2 outs. Got to keep him on first.
Peterson hit that ball sharply but foul down the left field line. And Wilkes still ahead in the count now, 1-2. Wiley can do anything with him here. What do you do? They're looking to go outside. They do. Chopper up the middle. Xander Witt. High hop. Flips to Castile, and they get Partlow at second. Xander stuck with it. That ball almost went over his head, but he made a nice play and a underhand throw to Castillo. That'll do it. We finished 2 in the books. No score here in Jackson. AA state tournament coverage of baseball is brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
The best trips away from home always come when you know you're among friends. This is Coulter Patterson, General Manager at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. I invite you to stay with us every time you're here. We've got the absolute best staff. Lots of our team members have been working together for years, and we feel like we're a happy family. I guarantee you'll feel that when you come stay with us. We're always glad that you choose the Come On In, and we'll do everything to make your stay comfortable and relaxing. The Come On In Hotel and Suites is the best place to stay because we have the best staff in Casper. Come on in today.
Trust, hard work, and experience is what you'll find at Brian's Muffler Shop in Evanston. Quality work at a great price. Brian's Muffler is the perfect fit for oil changes, stock and performance mufflers, and Anderson hitches and accessories. Call Brian's Muffler today, 789-7021.
Dad, Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
The Uinta Eye and Vision third inning, and leading things off, Tate Wiley takes a strike from Grayson Sargent right down the middle. Tate, the DH this afternoon or this evening, the left-hander.
No, I like the call to have Tate behind the plate. Definitely a really hard hitter, really good contact hitter like most of these Giants.
Yeah, he's one of the younger Giants, and he's just, the more you play him, the more you want to play him some more, like whether he's pitching or hitting.
Yeah, it seemed as the season's gone on, he's been on the field even more.
Right. I mean, he's done nothing to earn the bench. He just keeps getting better. The 0-2 pitch from Sargent, that's high. He tried to spin one there, and it stayed upstairs. 1-2 now on Tate Wiley. And again, Drube in center is shading Wiley to go the opposite way just a little bit.
Just fouled it off the tip of his bat. Looked like it bounced directly down.
Yeah, did it catch Tate in his foot? I don't know. Still 1-2 now. Grayson Sargent shakes off one sign, and then Tate wants to step out, and it all crumbles. We'll do it again. Wiley steps back in the box. Grayson Sargent stares in, gets a sign he likes, and deals the 1-2 pitch. Swung, got a miss. Wiley laid on the fastball right down Broadway, and there's one away to start the Uinta Eye and Vision third.
Yeah, already 4 strikeouts for Sargent. Pretty hot start from him.
Yeah, he struck out 5 in 5 innings or something like that. He worked 5 innings in a nice start against Jackson in the regular season. That ball hit up the middle by Hammond, and it's going to hang up there, though, for Drube, who collects it easily. And 1 pitch, 2 outs now. Drube had no trouble with that. Hit pretty hard by Hammond, but right at Mason Drube in center. Top of the order with Aiden Grayland, trying to keep that season-long average above 400. And he's 0 for 1, so he needs a hit here to keep that going. First pitch from Sargent in the dirt for a ball. 2 out, nobody on. Top 3 in a scoreless game between the Giants and Riders. Sargent, that's in there on the inside corner for a strike. Quick fastball.
Absolutely no chance for Aiden to hit that right on the
What do you
inside.
do with that? Yeah. I mean, if you swing in it, you're going to break your knuckles. 1-1 pitch. That's hit the other way, foul, and Grayland just trying to fight off another inside fastball. He did get the barrel of the bat, and he pulled his hands in on the swing, was able to get barrel on it, but you really just can't do anything with a pitch in there. And does Sargent come right back in there, or does he go away? 1-2 count now.
I think he goes away here.
On Grayland, I would too. Pitch, and they went in again and again, jamming Aiden. Soft roller to third, and they're not going to get him. Schilling did what he could, but the ball just not hit very hard. Died on the infield grass. Schilling's throw too late to get Aiden Grayland, who runs well for a catcher. I can't resist saying that. I mean, maybe Aiden is legit fast, but I have to always add, runs well for a catcher.
Not as fast as the outfielders, but he's definitely speedy.
2 outs, Grayland at first. We'll see if he's thinking about swiping one here.
Yeah, it brings up Xander Wood, who struck out in the top of the first.
The X-Man takes strike 1. As Sargent been pretty much around the plate, getting ahead of the hitters for the most part. 0-1 now. Sargent to the belt, checks the runner. Now going to throw over there, and Grayland's back. Have not tested the arm of Schilling behind the plate, but you got to figure with all the speed Jackson's got, that's part of their game, a big part of their game. The 0-1 pitch, that's right down the middle for another strike, and Witt has watched a lot of strikes, struck out looking last at bat. Those were two no-doubters.
Yeah, definitely hittable pitches right in the middle of the zone.
0-2 pitch coming up now, and again, Grayson Sargent going to go look at Aiden Grayland, who dives back easily ahead of that throw.
Yeah, Witt just might not be completely back in the fit of things. I mean, he is batting .308, all things considered.
0-2 pitch coming up for Xander, who's got to protect here. Another throw over to first, and Grayland does not have that big of a lead and easily gets back. And I'm not sure why Sargent just doesn't finish things here with Witt, but toying with Aiden at first. And again to the belt. See if he's going to deal home now. The 0-2 pitch. Curveball in the dirt, and Grayland's going to get second base after all that hard work. Diving back to first, he finally gets to second on a ball that was not handled cleanly by the catcher, Schilling. It was in the dirt. He couldn't pick it clean.
I think the issue was it kind of bounced off his right chest, and then the pitcher, Sargent, was directly in his line to second, so couldn't find the throw to throw out Aiden.
Yeah, Grayland in scoring position now, and maybe that's what Xander was waiting for to swing the bat. The 1-2 pitch coming. Swung out, fouled off the right side. Xander well behind that Sargent fastball. He just has not timed that fastball, really. He's looked at a bunch. That's the first one he's offered to swing at, and he was late. Still wanted to
get out in front of it.
Yeah, but that's just when Grayson will decide to pull a string. We'll see. Grayson Sargent deals the 1-2. That was off speed, too low. Grayland trying for third. They got him dead. Yeah, nice scoop. Schilling was able to handle that low pitch, and Aiden Grayland was out easily and a throw out at third. That'll end the inning. Giants strand one, failed to score after 2.5. We're still scoreless in Jackson. It's AA state tournament coverage made possible by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, only on mylocalradio.com.
I'm Kendall Roberts with the Wyoming Seatbelt Coalition. Whether your car is a classic car or a new one, buckle up every time. Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
When you have an appointment with the dentist, it's reassuring to know that you're going to be seen by experienced, well-trained professionals. At Bear River Dental in Evanston, Dr. Lester, Dr. Owens, and Dr. Welch check every box. Plus, they're really nice people. Their passion to provide excellent dental care is reflected in everything from state-of-the-art equipment to professional, hardworking staff. Choose the professionals at Bear River Dental, serving patients of all ages. Call today to schedule an appointment.
Uinta eye and vision third inning, and one guy who doesn't need any eye correction is our spotter, Aaron Poling. He noticed that pass ball last inning kind of went off the batter. If it hadn't hit the batter, probably would have rolled to the screen, and Grayland would have been okay to try to run. So just a freak occurrence. We do see Wiley Wilkes still out there as he's going to work his third, at least start his third inning.
I'd say the reasoning for that is already had 49 pitches, so given he's past the 45 count, might as well keep him in for another inning, see what he can do.
Yeah, we've been talking about it all week. If you haven't been with us, these pitchers on pitch counts, 45, 60, there's certain marks where they have to rest a certain amount of time based on how many pitches they throw. And knowing that you're going to need pitchers all week long, a lot of these coaches have been playing that game, that strategy, pulling guys who are throwing really great after 2 innings because they've hit a 45 pitch mark. And for Wiley, he's over 45, so as long as he's under the next plateau, which is 60, they're just going to ride with him. But he's behind the count here, 2-0 to Schilling. That pitch misses low and away, 3-0 now.
Yeah, to Corey Schilling, the third baseman. He was also walked, so it might be 2 straight walks for him.
Yeah, and I would imagine Wilkes, despite starting the third, is on a short leash here, just because it's too close of a game to be allowing free passes. Wiley just grooves one for a strike, 3-1. I mean, you just can't afford a mistake. You can't afford to flinch here.
Especially a leadoff batter walk.
Yeah.
Kind of our kryptonite.
That's foul back to the screen. Good job by Wilkes to battle back here. 52 pitches, 53 now into it. And Schilling making him work, fouls it back, another full count. Seems like Wiley's worked a lot of counts deep. Shakes off one sign from Grayland and gets ready to throw. Outside corner called. Strike 3. Schilling took a long look at it. Now heads towards the dugout, but that looked like it caught the outside edge.
Yeah, that's a fantastic job by Wiley there. Battling back after the 3-0 start.
Yeah, big time. That was huge for a guy who sometimes overthinks himself and has trouble with control to battle back in that count.
Brings up Drew. I think he was hit by the pitch in the top of the first.
Mason Drew, the center fielder.
Yeah. Of the first.
1-0 on him as that first pitch misses away. That one hit right back up the middle. Seeing eye base hit. Wilkes couldn't reach it. Too tall for him. Xander couldn't get to it. Too fast for him as he dove for it. And just a base hit right up the middle. Baltimore chop.
I certainly like the way that Xander's moving on second base.
Yeah, and he just did a little stretch there, too. And he's not 100% for sure. He's still trying to stretch out that. Yep. So Drew Bond with 1 out. And Gillette trying to get something going here in the third. That pitch, ground ball. Costiel in the hole. Backhand's got one play. That's the first, and his throw is offline. Don't know that it would have got Schilling anyway. Might have, but
that's a tough throw. Kind of slow. He's on his back foot.
Yeah, he was deep in the hole at short. That would have taken a perfect throw. And you got to score that a hit, I would think. So now 2 on, 1 out. Double play will get you out of it if you're Wilkes. If you're Gillette, you're thinking about something in the gap here to score 1, maybe 2. As Wilkes checks the runners and deals. That pitch hit well to left. Fisher going back. He's got a bead on it. And just short of the track, he'll haul it in. Matt Fisher. As Hecker gave that ball a ride. Good job by Fisher. You mentioned the speed, Max, of the entire outfield. Fisher, one of those. He plays very shallow, so when I see balls hit well to left, I'm thinking, Matt, get on your horse.
You say that every time, but
he gets to him.
He always gets there.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Brings up.
I mean, Ethan Garner's also playing pretty shallow and right.
Yeah, for a right-hander, though, going the other way, you don't figure him to get a lot on it. But a right-handed pull hitter, geez, it seems so easy to hit one over Matt Fisher's head. Maybe that's his thing. He just tempts you. Richards at bat now, 2 out. Runners still at first and second. Force at any bag. That's a chopper to third. Easy play for Bridger Hammond, who will just walk it over to the bag and step on it for the force. So Gillette threatens, but leave 2 on. 3 in the books. Scoreless in Jackson. AA state tournament coverage made possible by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, only on mylocalradio.com.
Dad, I heard that human eyes can distinguish between 1 to 10 million different colors. Is that true?
That is true. The human eye is amazing. We use our eyes not only to work and learn, but also to simply enjoy the beauty that surrounds us. At Uinta Eye and Vision, we care about each individual's eye health needs. Whether a person is looking for computer glasses, polarized sunglasses to assist in outdoor hobbies, contact lenses, or has general eye health needs, we are here to listen to our patients' thoughts and concerns to help them enjoy their amazing eyes.
Call today to schedule an appointment. 789-3937.
With 25 years of successful industry experience, Mountain West Business Solutions looks forward to providing all of our customers with exceptional service, industry-leading technology, and a one-of-a-kind buying experience. Having your office equipped with the right technology makes all the difference in the world. With a lower cost per print, we will supply you with the right technology for the best price. Great people, great products, and great service. Mountain West Business Solutions, 133 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cache Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Top of the fourth, Sander Witt, who was at bat when Aiden Grayling got thrown out. We'll start things off for the Giants. It'll be Witt, Garner, Costiel, heart of the order for the G-men. If they were going to get out to a lead, now's the time to do it.
Certainly is. I love how before the game we said it was going to be a little bit of a pictures duel, and for once we didn't jinx it.
Not yet. Sargent misses away to Witt. It's 1-0. That pitch low, 2-0. Xander doing a nice job working the count. I don't know if Grayson Sargent remembers, but Witt has not shown that he can catch up with that fastball at all.
Yeah, he's swung once in 2 appearances so far.
2-0 pitch. That's inside. Xander working it here, and he is definitely taking 3-0 with some sticks waiting on deck, and Garner and Costiel. 3-0 pitch. Xander showing no offer there, and it's right down the middle. 3-1. If you're Xander, you almost think about taking it again, but maybe sit and look for your pitch. 3-1 pitch from Sargent. That's hit to the right side. Could be trouble, but it's going to hang up there for the right fielder. Good play by Loftus as Xander went the other way. Again, late on that fastball. Got a little bit of the barrel on it, but
it was high enough where it was pretty easy for Loftus to get there.
Got under it. Loftus cruised over and made the play. Ethan Garner comes up the left-hander. One of Jackson's 3 left-handers they'll send to the plate today. Wiley, Wright, and Garner. Curveball misses low. Garner checked his swing. They appeal, and yes, he's checked. So it's 1-0. Grayson Sargent working his 4th inning at the 50-pitch count. He's been efficient. Swing and a miss there from Garner.
Also to note, their outfield stuff was shifted a little bit to the right, given that Garner's a little bit of a dead pull hitter.
Yeah, and I'm sure Gillette knows that or has gotten the intel, but yeah, he is a pull-hitting guy.
Seems like every team we face knows about him.
Yeah, Sargent misses away. It's 2-1 now on Ethan. He's got good speed if he could coax a walk and a good bat behind him. Grayson Sargent with the 2-1 pitch. Garner hits that well into the gap right center. That's going to fall for a base hit. Loftus gets to it quickly, bobbles it. Garner's going to try for 2, and he's in there. Ethan Garner with a heads-up running play. He was aggressive right out of the box. Garner wasted no time turning the corner at first, saw the bobble by Loftus, and said, I'm going.
That was just a heads-up play. I mean, Loftus took his time, threw to the second baseman, Hecker. And by the time Hecker turned around, Garner was already sliding.
Really good heads-up base running play. It puts Ethan Garner in scoring position for Costiel. Little plays like that could make a difference in a close game. Garner takes his lead at second, 1 out. Tracy Costiel up with Fisher on deck. To the belt is Sargent. The pitch misses off the outside edge. Ball 1. See if Grayson Sargent looks at all rattled here. This is his toughest test. 1 out, runner at second. And Jackson's best hitter up. Long look in at home for Sargent. Gets the sign he likes and deals. Curveball. Just misses the outside corner. Sargent wanted it, didn't get it.
That was some great patience. I thought that was strike the entire time.
Looked good. 2-0 now on Tracy Costiel. Garner takes his lead at second. Very good speed there. Anything out of the outfield should send him home. Anything out of the infield, we'll see. 2-0 pitch, swung on, foul back. That's a good 2-0 pitch from Sargent.
Yeah, high in the inside. Not much.
Yeah,
Costa could have done there.
Didn't exactly, give up and place one for him. He still made it a tough pitch. That was hard in and a little up. Costiel just got a piece. 2-1 now. The look to Garner. 2 looks now, and Sargent deals. Ball in the dirt, gets away from the catcher, but Ethan's going to sit tight. He saw what happened to his batter, his teammate Aiden Grayling. Said, I can score from here. I don't need to be a third.
Yeah, especially with his speed. No reason to risk it.
Yeah. 3-1 now on Costiel. This is the count to greenlight somebody. If you were going to look for something groovy, now's the time to do it if you're Costiel. 3-1, Sargent deals. Oh, boy, and he got away with one. That was a fastball right down the middle. I don't know how Castillo missed it, but he did.
Yeah, he just got under it a little bit.
Fouled it back, yep. That's the one he wanted. He wants that back. Now the count full, and Castillo's got to protect a little bit. Sargent has a base to put Trayson if he wants to, but Fisher's not much easier to deal with on deck. Sargent checks the runner and now deals. Payoff pitch. Curveball could not get it to get in over the inside corner. Very close. And even the catcher, Schilling, turns to ask the ump, did that miss high or in? I think he's asking him because that was very close.
Certainly coming back, started off the plate. I thought it might have crept back into the inside corner, but
yeah, I thought it might have.
Finally got the benefit of the doubt for these Giants.
Super close one to take, but it works. Runners at first and second now. Garner at second, Castillo at first, and Matt Fisher a chance to be a hero right now. Swing and a miss as Sargent just fires a fastball right down the middle. Fisher
swung hard at that one.
Yeah, he just swung right through it. 0-1, Grayson ahead in the count as he checks again. Garner at second. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on, hit up the middle. That's a base hit. Keep an eye on Garner. Rounds third. Coming home. The throw is going to go to the cutoff man. Garner will be in safely. And a base hit single. The first one of the game. That was a nice stroke by Fisher.
Yeah, that was just textbook rare.
Yeah,
right up the middle, bouncing just past second base, going up to the center fielder, Drew.
Yeah.
Would have had to have a perfect throw to throw out Garner.
It would have been, yeah, had to be. Everything would have had to work great because Garner was wheeling. And now a little chat on the mound. So Jackson Giants break this scoreless game with the first run. They lead it 1-0. Still only one out. Runners at first and second. And Mason Wright up.
All started with that extra base hit from Ethan Garner showing his speed.
Yeah. That seemed to spark the team, put some life in him, didn't it?
It certainly did. I mean, if you saw him on the second base, he kind of pounded his chest up, got the whole team rowdy, and he's kept the energy up.
Totally. That was a game changer, that double. You're right. Pitch to right. That's hit right to Drew in center. Deep. Drew back to the wall and makes the catch. My goodness, he didn't have much real estate left when he made that grab. And tagging on the play easily is Castillo. Drew went all the way to the green monster for that one.
Yeah, I thought there was a chance he was gonna hit the back of the wall, but just robbed it from an extra base hit.
Mason Wright, another one of those guys who's shown a little bit of power this season that you didn't see last year. He must have bulked up in the off-season weight training. He hit that a ton.
Yeah, that was a solid 340, 350.
Oh, at least dead center here has got to be
380 maybe?
Over 380, yeah. First and third for the Giants with Lucas Grayling up now. And that pitch, first pitch swinging, Lucas fouls it back into the screen. Grayling has struggled with the strikeouts all year long. You've been waiting for Thump to get on track, and he just hasn't quite been his year. As Sargent ahead in the count, 0-1, checks the runner at first, Fisher, who's got wheels. Fisher's off and running, pitch inside, no throw down. As Matt Fisher just too fast. Schilling didn't field that ball cleanly, kind of lost it in the dirt a little bit, so he's not going to risk it.
Once you hesitate, there's no way you can throw him out.
You won't get Fisher, and you might invite Castillo to come home. He waits on third. So runners at second and third, 2 out. And the 1-1 to Thump. Swing and a miss way ahead of that curveball. And Lucas Grayling, that just doesn't look comfortable.
Also, from what I've noticed, he definitely isn't the best at hitting these curveballs. Find a lot more success off the fast ones.
A lot of your power hitters struggle with the off-speed stuff, so if you're Sargent, do you give him another one? 1-2 pitch. Another curve, and you're exactly right, Max. Swing and a miss. Giants do push one across, but strand 2 as we move to the bottom half of the fourth with the score. Jackson 1 and Gillette nothing. You're enjoying AA 2023 coverage of the state tournament, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, right here at mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic. With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
Risk takers, adventure seekers, optimists, authentic people with the fire in their belly and greatness in their hearts. You'll find them here, in a place where the spirit of the cowboy lives and thrives.
I am a cowboy.
I am a cowboy. Soy vaquera. The world needs more cowboys.
Back to the action. Wiley Wilkes is out there to start the 4th. Ground ball on the first pitch right at Lucas Grayland. He'll walk it to first himself, and that helps the pitch count, which is over 61 now for Wiley. And we theorized maybe it'd be 2 innings from Wilkes and 2 innings from another guy, and it looks like Coach Huggins just going to ride Wilkes as long as he can.
I mean, yeah, especially after getting out of that jam in the first inning. He's been lights out since then.
Yep. He's really settled in. So 1 pitch, 1 out as Partlow steps in. That pitch right down the middle for a strike. Good crowd building here. A lot of the hometown fans. 0-1 on Partlow with 1 out. Nobody on. Swung on and fouled back to the screen. And Wilkes is just throwing gas. That's it.
It's probably been 95% fastballs from him.
Like Aaron Huggins, who also doesn't go off speed much. Those 2 power pitchers. Fastball, you can hear it pop the mitt. Called strike 3 in the outside corner.
Yeah, second strikeout there for Wiley Wilkes.
Wilkes sets Partlow down looking. It'll bring up the number 9 guy, Loftus, the right fielder, 0 for 1. Wiley's pitch, first pitch swinging, fouled off right side. A little bit late, Loftus is on that Wilkes fastball. Wiley's got to keep that focus. We've seen him many times retire the first 2 hitters easily and then create trouble for himself. See if he can finish strong here. Pitch on the outside corner, misses. 1-1 on Loftus. Good eye.
That might have snuck in. I mean,
close.
Aiden kind of turned around and asked the umpire about it, but he waved him off.
That pitch a little bit higher, Loftus, and Wilkes not missing by much, but this is the kind of thing where 2 pitches that are borderline can get into Wiley's head. 2-1 pitch coming to Loftus. Fastball hit, shallow center, Mason Wright will handle it easily. And the Giants squash the Riders here in the 4th. 4 complete, Jackson 1, Gillette nothing. You're enjoying AA State Tournament Baseball on mylocalradio.com, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Light up your world with a custom-built LED sign from Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. It's a proven fact that signage that lights up creates more attention. So light it up and then add text, images, and video, and your sign becomes even more powerful. Start sharing your advertising messages and information with your customers today. The team at Rocky Mountain Sign provides all types of quality signage that is custom-built and maintained. Call today for a free quote. Rocky Mountain Sign, 307-789-5202. Rocky Mountain Sign, serving customers in Wyoming, Utah, and Idaho.
Do you want to further your education? Are you thinking of attending college? You can start now here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach provides students with a low-cost alternative to leaving town. Western offers a variety of degrees including nursing, EAS, and our brand new cybersecurity, also offering a variety of certificate programs that can be completed all right here in Evanston. Western Evanston Outreach, we are your local community college.
From one corner of the state to the other, over 82% of Wyomingites wear their seatbelts. And to the 18% who don't, we say, let's buckle up for life, Wyoming.
move to the 5th inning. Tate Wiley will lead things off for the Jackson Giants, who have a 1-0 lead over the Riders. Good pitcher's duel here between Wiley Wilkes and Grayson Sargent. That one run looking very large in a close one like this. 1-0 pitch, swung on, foul tipped into the mitt. 1-1 now on Wiley. He was overmatched by a Sargent fastball last time out and struck out. 1-1 pitch from Sargent, fastball again. That's up in the zone, 2-1. If the Jackson Giants hang on to win this, and we still got a ways to go, it would be the first upset of the day. That is a lower seed beating a higher seed. Swing and a miss by Wiley, 2-2 now. Everything's gone to plan as far as the seeding. The favorites all winning, although Casper struggled with Laramie.
I was going to say, they all went pretty comfortably, but it took Casper a little bit to find the breakthrough. It took a good 4.5, 5 innings to finally.
Yeah. If you look at the final score, you think it was not so close, but it was very tight for a while. Wiley fouls that one off down the left side. We've seen Tate do this where he hits some hard foul balls until he zeroes in. Oh, and he takes strike 3. Nothing wrong with that. Tate didn't like it, but that was right down the middle.
His jaw just dropped.
Yeah. A good fastball from Sargent, who didn't mess around with him.
Number 14, Bridger Hammond.
Bridger Hammond hit one hard his last time up. Swing and a miss from Sargent. A lot of first pitch swinging here by the Giants. I don't mind that because Sargent is always around the plate, always trying to get ahead of you.
Yeah, he's pretty much had a first pitch fastball every time.
Yeah, that first pitch is the best one you're going to see if you're a hitter because there's the nasty curve. It misses away. Hammond lays off, 1-1. Yeah, I like that when, I mean, by now you're in the 5th inning and Sargent has established the fact that he's going to first pitch fastball you right down the middle. That's a good fastball in the outside corner, and Hammond
he's loved those low fastballs, just hitting the bottom of the plate.
He's got real good control. Bridger steps in, 1-2 pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. Gets away from Schilling, but he's up with it, and no, he doesn't. Oh, they're going to say it. Catcher interference, or it went off of, they might have said he foul tipped
it.
They
fouled it off.
Okay. Didn't hear anything there, but they're going to call it a foul tip. So 1-2, Hammond gets new life. Bridger was running, so he obviously didn't think he fouled it, but all right, 1-2 now. Grayson Sargent looks in, the windup, and the pitch misses away, 2-2. Both these pitchers have looked really good tonight. Sargent with 6 Ks as Hammond spoils that, fouls it back into the screen. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, just the 1 earned run on 3 hits in 4 1/3 innings.
Yeah, he was pretty much perfect until the top of the 4th.
He's been real good. Are we out of baseballs? Oh, we got a substitution, I guess. Hammond up, 1 out, nobody on. Giants with a 1-0 lead here in the top 5th. Good ball game, final game of the day in this state tournament. Sargent swing and a miss, good fastball, and Grayson, when he wants to, can put a little extra on it. And hummed it.
7 strikeout there?
Yeah, hummed it right by Bridger. And now, yeah, they were taught 79. They were talking about the pitch count. So they want to go get Sargent. And again, we hit one of those plateaus where he's thrown 80 pitches. So I'm not exactly sure how much rest he needs, but that's all they want to throw him. So he is available at some time later in this week. And well, he's been really, really good. And tough to see him leave the game if you're Sargent or his family or the coach, because he's been sharp.
Yeah, he's been stellar.
Yeah.
Looks like it's going to be the center fielder Mason Drube coming in relief here.
For the Rough Riders, number 24.
Got some speed on him.
Drube, the tall right-hander. Well, he hasn't thrown anything from the rubber yet. Now he will.
Mason Drube.
Yes, he's going to practice from the stretch. one of those pitchers that goes from the stretch even with no runners on base as he takes his warm-ups. We'll stay right here. Giants trying to add to a 1-0 lead. Well, you think that one run will hold up, Max? I don't know.
Oh, man. It just depends if Wiley can keep the...
I mean, it looks so thin up there, that poor little one. I'd rather see something fatter, like a 6 or something.
I mean, as long as we don't really throw walks, no more errors, we should be able to hold them to 0 runs, but you never know. They haven't really had a lot of contact yet, but have some guys who have looked pretty lethal, just not perfect contact yet. Well, I'm expecting maybe a 3-2, a 2-1. I just expect to see a couple more runs scored.
Riders coming into this game have a 49-21 record overall. Jackson Giants overall 27-32 on the season. None of that means anything, though. We're in the postseason where anything can happen.
Especially though Giants are on home soil, just adds a little bit of extra confidence.
Definitely being the host team, playing in your own ballpark. Aiden Grayland settles in. First pitch from Drew, misses the outside edge for a ball. Drew looks in from the stretch. The pitch outside again, 2-0. Aiden is a very good patient hitter. Classic leadoff guy. Makes good contact on everything. Doesn't strike out a lot, and he doesn't swing at bad stuff usually. Makes you throw strikes. Drew misses low. And the big right-hander suddenly behind the count to Aiden Grayland. 2-out rally for the Giants. They think so. With the pitching change, they're trying to get to Drew. And that misses. Full pitch walk from Mason Drew.
Also, this is related to the pitching change. Drew came from center field to pitcher, and then it looks like Killian moved from left field to center field, and the DH has now gone to left field. I think that is Richards.
Okay.
So just a couple outfield switches there.
Let's see if this is one of those times that the Giants can make that pitcher removal backfire here, because Sargent was cruising, and then if you want to save him for later, I understand that, but boy, you bring in Drew and suddenly a 2-out rally by Jackson. Let's throw over to first. Grayland was not far off the bag at all. Xander Witt up.
Yeah, Xander's just got to swing the bat here, get some contact.
Pitch from Drew misses on the outside, and it's 1-1. Xander walked his last at bat, struck out looking his first time up. Has not looked very good swinging, and we think maybe still the groin as Drew misses low in the dirt. 2-1. This is one of those things you deal with when you make a pitcher change, and now they're going to go out and talk to Drew. This will count as the first visit for him out there.
It's only been 7 pitches, and he's already being talked to.
Yeah.
But it has been six balls, 1 strike.
I mean, it's easy to second-guess coaches, and I understand why you want to save a guy like Grayson Sargent for later in the week. He's maybe your ace, one of your best guys, and it's tempting when he hits 79, 80 pitches to say, all right, we need to save him, but boy, he's throwing such a good game. He's got you right in this. You're only down 1-0. And not that Drew doesn't have stuff, but he's not, this is his first appearance in postseason this year, and he misses high. It's always tough to kind of zero in the strike zone, and you never know. 3-1 now on Witt. Grayland takes his lead at first, 2 out. Drew right down the middle. The X-Man was not going to get the bat off his shoulder on that one. Full count. He's got to be a hitter here. Got to protect. Payoff pitch coming from Mason Drew. No longer holding Grayland on. He's running. That pitch swung on, bounced up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. Throw to first, and he gets away. Peterson made a real beautiful scoop, but the one hopper got away from Partlow at first. Not a great throw.
That came down to Aiden Graylin. He started running before the pitch was thrown, and it looked like they were going to try to get him out at second, but he just appeared at second right as Peterson was trying to tag him out, and then throw was a little bit late into the ground. So
yeah, that might have confused things.
Yeah, heads up base running by Aiden Graylin there.
Graylin is at third. Meanwhile, he never stopped running. He took off on the pitch because they stopped holding him. The first baseman Partlow went back to cover his position and did not hold him, and Graylin recognized that, took off on the pitch, and was able to reach third easily on the throwing miscue by the shortstop Peterson. Not sure what the talk is out here. And
yeah, it brings up Garner though. He had that double in the top of the fourth. Scored the only run of the game so far.
And Ryder's doing a good job of trying to slow down the momentum. That was a coach coming out, and I'm not sure what he even talked about or what he was questioning on the play, but it, in effect, kind of slows things down and tries to take the air out of your sails as Ethan Garner's up now. Pitch to Garner, swing and a miss. Drew with a good fastball, and Garner couldn't catch it. Xander Witt takes his lead at first. Normally a threat to steal, but we think he's nursing that groin injury still, not at 100%. Drew deals. Curveball is a really good one. Wow, you saw that sweep into the strike zone.
Yeah, that was a fantastic pitch.
Yes, 0-2 now on Garner. And boy, you've seen a good fastball you couldn't catch and a wicked curve. What do you see now? Uh-oh, Xander's stuck in a pickle as he took off early. They got him hung up between first and second. Drew runs right at him, fails to make the tag, and Graylin scores. And now they got him out, but that run's going to count. Xander Witt, I don't think he did that on purpose, but Witt got in a rundown long enough to allow Graylin to score. And then he was finally thrown out at second when he kind of overran the bag, but Jackson gets their second run. It's 2-0 now, Giants, as we move to the bottom half of the fifth. You're enjoying AA Tournament Baseball, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life Wyoming here on MyLocalRadio.com.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family. I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
What a freak play. Xander Witt caught in a rundown, extended it long enough to allow Graylin to score. And what a spinorama move by Witt. First pitch swinging. That's deep. Mason Wright's not going to get to this. That'll go to the wall. That's a double, maybe more. And holding up at second. And I think that could have easily been a triple, but first pitch ripped to center for a double. The action coming fast and furious now.
That was certainly deep.
Woo, that was hit. And even Mason Wright with his speed could not track it down.
I mean, that's also a big hit for the Riders. Kind of sucked a little bit of the energy out of these Giants coming after that inning. They're just fired up. I could see the energy on the field, and they've kind of just dropped a little bit.
Jackson had the momentum closing out that top half, but Peterson's double is switched old Mo to the Riders side now. Schilling it back. First pitch swinging there in the gap. Garner thinks he's got it. He will. Pulls it in. Tagging at second. Trying for third. And the tag. They can't get it. Safe. Oh, boy. Good throw from Ethan Garner, but Peterson just in under the tag of Bridger Hammond. That was really close.
Yeah, that was just right on the money. I'm surprised that Muskets evaded the tag somehow.
Yeah, it looked there in time, and it looked like Hammond held on to it. They say you never make the first and last out at third, but nothing about the second out is in the books. Swing and a miss as Wilkes does a good job. It was a perfect time for a changeup.
Yeah, Droop's 1 for 1 with a walk, so definitely been one of their most solid hitters so far.
Wilkes threw something off speed and swing and a miss. That one sails to the backstop well over the catcher, but it took such a lively bounce off the backstop that did not allow Peterson time to score from third. With only one out, a fielder's choice ground ball to the right side, ground ball up the middle certainly would get Peterson home, and any kind of deep fly would get Peterson home. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Drew. And probably the Riders' best hitter is up in the spot. This is the guy you want up in this spot anyway.
I'm honestly surprised he swung at that, given how far away it was in the zone.
Pretty bad pitch. Drew wants time here, and he'll be granted it, although Wilkes was starting his windup. Wiley's going with a full windup with a runner at third. Peterson not really taking advantage with a huge lead, and here comes the pitch. That's low for ball 2-2 now. Drew looks down at third, seeing if anything's on. No signal at all from the third base coach other than clapping encouragement. He wants Drew to swing away here. 2-2 pitch. That's in the dirt. Ball 3. Full count now. Good job by Grayland to block that. Keep Peterson at third.
This might be a defining picture of this game right here.
It's a big one. You don't have to give in to Drew. You can walk him, set up a double play. One out, runner at third. Gillette still looking for a run. That ball chopped to third. Hammond makes a play, and that's going to go foul. That looked like it might have hit the bag. Bridger Hammond was on it. Probably
certainly took a weird bounce.
He wouldn't have had much of any kind of a play there. But a good job by Wilkes not to give in to Drew. With a 3-2 pitch, he got him to tap a harmless chopper down the third base line, but Drew's got another shot at it here. 3-2 pitch, another payoff pitch coming. Swung on, it's hit well to left. Fisher on his horse. That might leave the ballpark, and it will. That's gone. A 2-run shot by Mason Drew has tied this ball game. Oh, boy. He is the one guy you don't want to hurt you if you're Jackson. And I think Wiley might have been, hindsight might have been better off walking him. He was too good with that fastball. Drew hammered it to left, and we're tied.
No, yeah. Once it hit the barrel, I think we both knew that was gone.
They're going to peel it first, saying Mason Drew missed the bag. No dice there, and wow, what a shot in the arm for the Riders. They are right back in this one. 2-2 game here in the bottom of the fifth, and that did jack up the dugout over on the Gillette side.
I want to see Wiley finish this inning, though, and then maybe hand over the mound to Aiden Huggins.
Yeah, that was just one pitch. I call it a mistake, just a situational mistake. It's their best hitter, 3-2. As Wiley misses away, 1-0. Not a guy you want to give into. Schilling up now. There's no guarantee that if you walk him, Schilling doesn't hit something, but Drew's just not. He's one of those guys you can't let beat you.
Yeah,
2-0 now.
Also to note, that was his 80th pitch, so just as many as Grayson Sargent threw for the Riders.
Yeah, good. Took something off it. Wilkes has Schilling out front, swinging a miss. 2-1 now. Still only one out. Jackson still a ways away from closing out this inning. We're in the bottom of the fifth. Swing and a miss. Good Wilkes fastball, and he had some heat on that one. Down in the zone, and Schilling couldn't come up with it. 2-2 count. Nobody on after the base clearing 2-run bomb by Drew to left field. Wilkes misses inside with a fastball to run this full. And yeah, he's throwing a bunch of pitches now. Huggins going to ride him as long as he can. This will probably be his last inning, maybe. I don't know. We thought we'd see Huggins by the second. That ball hit high in the air. Graylin, no, it's going to be called off by Witt. Xander's got it, and there's 2 out. Xander Witt covering a lot of ground there behind that first base bag. Just in foul territory, 2 away.
Well, we certainly have a ball games at our hands, don't we?
We got one now, and a game of momentum swings. Certainly it's the needle back to Gillette's way, but Wiley could give you a little bit of mo here if he were to get out of this inning. And there's a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Yeah, a strikeout here could definitely translate into the top of the 6th for these Giants hitters.
Yep, could pump up the Giants dugout as that pitch misses away 1-1.
Just got to rally behind your ace.
The 1-1 pitch, that's in there for a strike, 1-2. Maybe the only ball hit hard to left that we won't see Matt Fisher catch up with is one hit over the wall.
Yeah, kind of saw him put his head up, and we knew it was deep.
The ball's hit up the middle. That's a base hit, a really nice hit by Hecker as he fought off a Wilkes fastball inside. That was a good pitch, and Hecker pulled his hands in and got good wood on it. And a 2-out single extends the inning for Gillette.
Yeah, brings up the left fielder, Richards. He's 0 for 2.
Giants with 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th. Gillette has answered on a 2-run homer by Drew here in the bottom of the 5th to tie it. And we do have a ball game. Fun way to end the day here in the week-long state tournament. 1-0 pitch coming from Wilkes, checks a runner, and that's foul back of the screen, 1-1. Richards, as Max said, 0 for 2. Hecker at first. See if he is thinking about running here. Has a pretty decent lead. Wilkes gives him a look and then comes home, misses outside, 2-1. And as much as Coach Huggins doesn't want to go after Wilkes here in this inning, he would love to have him finish. I don't know if you can afford to if he lets Richards get on.
Agreed.
Swing and a miss. Wiley throwing the express right down the middle. 2-2 count now.
Score 2-2, 2 outs, 2-2.
Deuce is wild here in the 5th.
Wilkes also has 2 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 earned runs. So any of the 2s.
That ball hit well, but high in the air. Well, Mason Wright will come on in center and settle under it, makes the catch. So Gillette manages 2 on the 2-run homer from Drew to tie this one. 5 in the books, and we're knotted at 2 apiece. You're enjoying AA 2023 state tournament coverage on my local radio, courtesy of Buckle Up for Life, Wyoming.
Red Devil pride runs deep with the team at Callis Automotive. Today's students are tomorrow's leaders. You'll always find quality products at fair prices at Callis Automotive. We're proud to serve our customers, our community, and our Evanston Red Devils. Stop in today. Callis Automotive, your local Napa dealer.
Business cards are a powerful and inexpensive way to promote the goods and services you offer. You can design your own cards or have the professionals at Westar Printing design your business cards. Now with same day and next day turnaround on all business card printing, you don't have to wait. Get your business cards today. Professional quality, inexpensive prices, and quick turnaround. Visit Westar Printing, 243 7th Street in Evanston, across from the library. Westar Printing, 307-789-5202.
Get a degree or certification. Earn your high school GED. Get job skills. Become CPR certified. Or use our free 3D printers and tools. These are just a few of the opportunities available at Uinta BOCES number 1. Call 307-789-5742 to learn more.
As we make our way to the top of the 6th. Real fun one. No better way to end the night, huh, than have a nail biter.
Oh, yeah, this is going to be a fantastic night of baseball. Finally capped off by a relatively close game. The last 2 we've seen were both blowouts.
Ethan Garner steps in to lead things off for the Giants. We'll see where momentum lies now. Gillette juiced by the 2-run home run. But the Jackson Giants trying to take back ownership of this game. First pitch strike, curveball from Drew is in there. 0-1. Swing and a miss. Garner.
And to note, Garner's 1 for 2 and scored that first run of the game in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, his aggressive base running got the Giants that first run. 0-2 pitch from Drew. Swung on, tap, fouled on the right side. I don't remember seeing Garner swing and miss this much as he has this season than last year. He just, and it's fastballs, it's curves. He's a lot more swing and misses from Ethan. Not enjoying the year he had last year. Curve is high, 1-2. I mean, you just could not get this guy out last year. 1-2 pitch from Drew. Swung on, and that's right off the end of the bat. Spoils it. Still 1-2. Drew trying to punch Garner's ticket here and not allow a leadoff runner. Garner's got good speed. Giants would love to get an inning going with him on and Costiel to follow. Yeah,
and Fisher, right?
That's the formula. Drew looks in, works from the stretch even with no one on. Pitch, swing, and a miss. That's a fastball right down the middle. I'm telling you, Garner eats that up last year. Just doesn't quite look the same. So 1 up, 1 down as Drew extinguishes Garner with a fastball down the middle. It's up to Tracy Costiel. You talk about home run power. We just saw one from the big bat of Mason Drew, who's on the hill right now. This is Jackson's home run weapon. 8 on the season for Costiel. Curveball high, no. 1-0.
Yeah, and so far this game, he's 0 for 1, strikeout, and a walk. So I'd like to see Costiel get on base, fuel the start of this top of the sixth for the Jackson Giants.
Fastball just misses the outside edge. 2-0. Scheduled 7-inning game, of course, in the top of the sixth, and we're probably going to need every out of this game to decide it. Drew, fat pitch in the dirt, 3-0. This is a situation where you're being careful with the team's best hitter. Maybe too careful.
I think he gave up a 4-pitch walk to Costiel last inning. It might have been.
I don't think they want anything to do with him, but pitches in there for a strike. 3-1. Costiel taken all the way. Matt Fisher made him pay the last time they walked Trace. And 3-1, so he's got the green light to swing here. Pick a spot, pick your pitch, but it's low and away, and Costiel walks. So Giants got something going. 1 out, 1 on for Matt Fisher.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 with the RBI and I think he's the one who drove in Ethan Garner's run.
Yeah, I think so. After a Costiel walk,
correct.
I think being real careful with Costiel can cost you with Fisher backing him up. Fisher's good insurance in the lineup behind Trayson as he fouls that ball back out of play. 0-1. Costiel not typically a threat to steal, throw over, and he's back in time. Tie ball game, 2-2. Top sixth. Final game of the night.
Yeah, it's just past 9 o'clock, so the sun's starting to go down a little bit. It's cooled down a good 10 degrees in the last hour. It's still just a stunning night out here at Giants Field.
Perfect night for baseball. We should have a good week weather-wise. There's a little chat there. Schilling wanted to talk to Drew about something. 0-1 count on Fisher with Costiel at first, 1 out. Top 6, 2-2 game. Drew looks in. Mason deals. Curveball high and just doesn't have a feel for it there. Every once in a while he snaps off a really nice one, but too many of those, though, that float away.
Yeah, he certainly missed high a couple times.
1-1 now to Matt Fisher. Costiel conservative lead at first. Drew deals. Curveball. This one does drop in, and it's 1-2. I thought it was going to stay high, but that one had a lot more drop to it.
Yeah, just 2 completely different pitches with trying to do the same end result, but just shows how difficult it is to produce that amount of spin.
Yeah, be consistent with that breaking stuff is separates the great ones. Fisher wanted time, swing and a miss, was not granted it, and that hurt him. He ended up chasing a pitch just because he wasn't ready. He asked for time, wasn't given it because Drew was already in his windup. And that was a tough one to take. Fisher struck out swinging, so 2 out now. And Mason Wright, who drove one to the base of the wall in center last time. And Killian shifts over to shade him the other way, and I think that's a smart move. He got the message to the center fielder to move over. Wright drills one to second. Easy play there for Hecker. Throws the short route to Peterson, and that's it. Giants strand one and leave a golden opportunity with the heart of the order. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 2 here in Jackson. You're enjoying AA State Baseball Tournament, and that's all brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com.
They say the 3 most important things in life for many people are their faith, their family, and their high school sports. And not necessarily in that order. Advertise where you'll get noticed. Call My Local Radio and become a sports advertiser today.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Got a pitching change as we
Freeway.
go to Gillette's half of the 6th. Trayson Castillo on. He would have to be
Freeway Tire
Jackson's closer. He has started a couple of games, but mostly a relief pitcher in the late innings.
Yeah, he's pitched 26 innings. Let's see, he's given up 11 walks, 22 strikeouts, 3.231 ERA, so pretty solid record for him.
He does not have a save on the year, but Coach Huggins likes to use him late in tight games just like this, as he's ahead in the count 0-2 now on Killian. Castillo trying to hold the fort. Swing and a miss. Good off-speed pitch. Tate Wiley has moved to third base. Bridger Hammond to short.
You noticed that throw by Aiden Graylin. He's kind of clutching his right hand. He overthrew Tate Wiley by a good 10 feet. Looks uncomfortable.
Good observation, Max. We'll keep an eye on that. Graylin, obviously, on a strikeout with nobody on, the catchers throw it around the horn, starting, with a throw to third. And, Max saw Graylin make an awful throw and then flex his hand. To bring up Partlow with 1 out, nobody on. Gillette was certainly jazzed by that 2-run Drew homer, but really have been unable to manage anything other than that as far as building on that Mo. As first pitch is in there for a strike. Castillo working quickly. Fastball misses off the outside edge. 1-1.
Yeah, that was a good pitch, just a little bit high.
Outfield straight away and fairly shallow like usual. Swing and a miss. Partlow did not get cheated. He wanted that. Couldn't come up with it. Castillo's look good here in relief, throwing strikes. Ahead in the count 1-2 now. With 1 out, nobody on. Castillo deals right down the middle, got him looking. Partlow frozen, there's nothing wrong with that one.
2 straight strikeouts from Castillo.
Yeah.
Love to see it as a Giants fan.
Right fielder Casey Loftus.
Only off, what was that, 6 pitches?
Yeah, and Loftus, the number 9 guy, and you want to avoid, and getting back up to the top of the order. So you'd love to get this guy and finish at 1-2-3 if you're Jackson. That pitch inside for a ball 1-0. Peters on deck, top of the order, does have 1 hit. He's 1 for 3. Pitch hit on the ground. Second baseman up with it cleanly as Witt throw to first, and a 1-2-3 inning. Jackson has nothing left but to go get a run here and try to bust the lead open. We're still tied at 2 as we move to the 7th inning with the score 2-2. You're enjoying AA Tournament Baseball on mylocalradio.com. It's all brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Freeway Tire offers a nationwide service protection plan that covers service parts and labor on select systems, keeping your vehicle on the road. Plus, it includes coverage for towing, lockout service, flat tire changing, fuel, oil, and water delivery service, and jump starts. Knowing that your vehicle is covered at over 50,000 dealer locations nationwide provides that peace of mind wherever you are. Get the details. Visit Freeway Tire and ask about the service protection plan. Freeway Tire, 217 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Western Wyoming Beverages has been proudly owned and operated in Wyoming for over 50 years, providing reliable service, friendly staff, and the nation's top beverage products, including Pepsi. We always strive to be the premier business partner for our customers. Western Wyoming Beverages services Rock Springs, Green River, Jackson, Evanston, Kemmer, Pinedale, Wamsutter, Big Piney, Mountain View, and Lyman. Go Red Devils!
Seventh on in relief of Drew is Corey Schilling, trying to hold the fort here. He would get a statistical hold if he can hang on and his team can rally. We're tied at 2, 7th inning. You talk about a home field advantage in baseball. That's usually because you get the last licks. For Jackson, they're playing visitor in this tournament, but they do still have somewhat of a home field advantage because it's their ballpark.
And got a pretty good crowd out to support them.
Yeah.
So they're certainly feeling the energy here tonight.
Lucas Graylin, and he's a guy who could send one over the wall with one swing. Now, it wouldn't be a walk-off again. I got to keep reminding myself we're in the top half of the 7th with Schilling now working, and that first pitch low and away for ball 1-0. Schilling, the third Gillette pitcher, as he misses low and away again with a fastball 2-0.
Also to note, Schilling's throwing to his brother Schilling. Little brother connection there.
Brother combo, another third straight, and now a little brother conference. And nobody knows Schilling like Schilling, right? He knows when Corey's got something wrong with the mechanics. 3-0 now to Graylin. Grayson Sargent started the game for Gillette, hit a pitch count, so he was removed, even though he was very good. Drew looked super good in relief as well, as the outside corner of the fastball is in there. Schilling now makes it 3-1. Lucas Graylin got green light here. 3-1 swinging. No, he takes low for a ball. Lead off walk. Always dangerous. Do you run for Graylin here? I'd be interested.
I don't know if you do. I don't think Thump's one of our faster players.
He's not fast, so to run for him would be a smart move, but you need him at first. He's a good first baseman.
Yeah.
You got Aaron Huggins on the bench who can play first. Tate Wiley is up now, the left-hander, and they're going to go with Graylin on the leadoff walk. Another conference between the brothers.
Just to know, Wiley's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts, so I hope to see him turn that around now. Had some pretty long at-bats. Just got caught in a curveball on his last pitch both times.
And good job by catcher Schilling to inform his brother. I think of what the hitters have done, and if I'm Schilling, I run out there and I say Wiley's behind on the fastball. Fastball is in, bunt, and a throw over. They almost got Graylin. He was way off of first base as Wiley showed bunt, pulled it back and took a ball. But if I'm Schilling, yeah, it's something you might want to tell him is Tate has not caught up with the fastball yet. This guy. Throw heat. Another fastball that's in there. 1-1 count now. And again, Tate Wiley was offering to bunt. If you're going to bunt Graylin over, I think you just run for him, and you do it now, right? If he makes it to second, they may run for him. Tate Wiley bunt and fouls it back into the screen. It's tough to bunt off that fastball, and Schilling is throwing hard.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for us to bunt like them Sheridan Troopers from the 1 o'clock game.
Oh.
That was the most impressive bunting.
They can bunt.
Oh, it was very impressive.
So 1-2, bat probably back in the hands of Wiley now. I would think the bunt would be off. 1-2 pitch. Fastball misses outside, 2-2. Good eye by Wiley. He looks like he's swinging away. Grayland takes a conservative lead at first. Nobody out. Leadoff walk has the Riders in trouble. And a miss there by Schilling, low and away. Count run full. Oh, boy. Every pitch gets more and more important. Payoff pitch to Tate. Wiley, crowd getting behind him. Schilling deals 3-2. That's fouled away. And Tate's got a habit of doing that until he can get the timing right.
Yeah, he's great at just keeping himself in the at-bat.
Mm-hmm.
See if we can force a ball out of Schilling, get runners on first and second.
Pitches inside, and Wiley works the walk. And keep another eye on Coach Huggins, whether he wants to run for Grayland yet or not. Looks like no. Runners at first and second.
We have Hammond at bat and our arguably our best hitter, Aiden Grayland, on deck. So,
yeah, this is a golden opportunity for the Giants. Nobody out, 2 on.
Anything but a double play here.
Right. Don't want to do that. If you're Jackson, staring in a long time, too long now. Schilling steps off the rubber. I think he was having trouble getting the pitch. You got a runner at second now, so you change how you call the pitch, which one you're taking, first, second, third. Gets a little more complicated. Pitch to Hammond. No, they're going to check Grayland at second.
Also,
just in case.
The first and third baseman are playing kind of in, expecting the bunt here from Hammond.
They are. They're looking bunt at the corners, in on the grass at third and first. The pitch, and indeed, Hammond squares to bunt. Throw over, and they got Tate Wiley. Wiley was way too far off of first, and Tate, I don't know where he's going. He's got a runner in front of him. No reason to be that far off the bag at all.
Just a mental mistake there.
Yeah, and a good job by Schilling, the catcher, who noticed. You don't normally notice the trail runner as Wiley was, but he did see him out of the corner of his eye. He said, wait, I'm going to catch that guy. Meanwhile, the 1-0, Hammond bunts right back to the pitcher, and Schilling is going to go right to first. Good job at first, covering as the second baseman, Evenson, on the rotate play. And he actually had to lay out for that ball. And now Huggins wants to know something. He's wondering if Evenson had his foot on the bag, I guess. But
no, he definitely had his foot on the bag.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Grayland does move around to third, so the slowest moving Jackson Giant runner is plodding his way around the base pass. He's got to third. The trouble is there's 2 outs now, and Aiden Grayland with a giant bat here.
He is 1 for 2 and scored a run in the top of the 5th, so
huge at bat.
Yeah, see if we can do some damage here.
Schilling, top of the order, Aiden Grayland. He's the guy you want up in this situation, I think, if you're Huggins. Good contact guy. Pitch taken outside for a ball. They're showing 2-0 on the score. That ball hit in the gap. That's a base hit. Grayland will score. Aiden Grayland with a base hit to left. Right underneath the glove of the shortstop, Peterson, who had no chance. That ball sharply hit.
Yeah, that was just beautiful. Aiden Grayland's definitely going to keep his above 400 average here. 2 for 3 today. So.
Yeah, he'll stay above 400 for the season. More importantly, he's driven in the go-ahead run here for the Giants. Pitch to Witt is high. No, it drops in. Curveball.
That had some nasty spin on
it. That had a drop to it. Aiden Grayland takes the lead at first. Pitch to Witt. Another good curveball. My goodness.
Yeah, just frozen on the plate.
If Schilling's got a curve like that, why are we just seeing it now? 2 good ones. Pitch to Witt. Another one, and this one misses low and away. 3 straight big benders. As Xander Witt steps back in. 1-2 count. Schilling checks the runner at first. Aiden Grayland. Missed off the outside edge, 2-2 with a fastball.
Continues the same theme of Xander Witt not swinging the bat.
Yeah. Sander very patient, I guess. Swing and a miss at a high cheese. And that'll do it. Giants do push across to go-ahead run, and strand one as well. We're 3-2 headed to the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. AA state tournament coverage on My Local Radio, made possible by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming.
Water testing, community enhancement grants, seedling trees and wildflowers, classroom lessons and specialty workshops, composting and conservation of water and soil. The Uintah County Conservation District is here to serve Uintah County residents. Visit our website today, uintahcountycd.com.
I buckle up because there's been too many fatalities around our house where somebody would have survived if they'd been wearing their seatbelt.
I definitely wear my seatbelt to keep him safe. I wear it just for safety.
I buckle up because my mom makes me.
I buckle up to set a good example for my kids and to make sure they stay safe.
Getting home safe to my family. I buckle up because it keeps me safe. Go Pokes, buckle up!
Buckle up for life, Wyoming.
Pulling off the tournament's first upset as we move to the bottom of the 7th. Trayson Costiel on the hill in his second inning of relief. First pitch called strike.
Yeah, and he's already got 2 strikeouts.
He's looked good in relief. Curveball that misses inside, almost hits the batter.
Yeah, I mean, it's great to see this team out in front. They've lost 3 straight to the Gillette Riders, so definitely would be an upset.
That pitch fouled back to the screen. 1-2. Costiel ahead in the count. Gillette Riders trying to extend this. They came back from a 2-0 deficit to tie it, and now have watched the Giants take a 3-2 lead and down to their last 3 outs. Costiel deals curveball. That does hit Peterson, and he was all but too happy to take that. It was a curveball, so he knew it wasn't going to hurt too bad. And he kind of left his hip right there, and Costiel has hit the batter to put Peterson on, and oh boy.
We're certainly in a dangerous part of the lineup. Schillings, Drube, and then other Schillings.
We're not done yet. Drube already has put up some heroics for the Riders with a 2-run homer to get his team back in it. He waits on double deck as Schilling steps in. And a runner at first, nobody out. Costiel to the belt, checks the runner. Pitch high with a fastball, ball 1 to Schilling. Keep an eye on Peterson. He's got a pretty good lead there as Costiel deals. There's a bunt to third baseman Wiley. Scoops it, throws it. And a nice scoop at the other end by Lucas Graylin.
That was fantastic by Lucas. Not a great throw by Tate, but he just caught it on the 1-hop. And
Tate threw it in the dirt. Nice 1-hopper. Graylin's been able to do that all year. And because you don't run for him like I wanted to, you have him at first to pick that ball. And I don't know if anybody else does that. So never mind me. They're going to intentionally walk Drube. I love that.
Yeah,
he has been a monster.
Walking Nathan Drube.
it's for some damage control.
Drube is 2 for 2 with a 2-run homer. So, yeah, give him the open base. So runners at first and second, 1 out, double play still in order, and Schilling trying to make the Giants pay for that intentional walk. Costiel deals, first pitch swing and a miss of the fastball. Schilling going right after the first one he sees. Peterson takes his lead from second.
I mean, yeah, 4 outs at third, second, and first, so.
Drube at first, yeah, you can force at any bag or a double play. Looks like they're going to go away here, and Costiel's going to check the runner at second. Peterson, nothing doing.
It's had a pretty sizable lead, so.
See if Aiden Graylin again sets up on that outside corner. As Costiel again troubled by the runner, and now he's going to deal. That ball hit high in the air. Fisher trying to gather himself under it. I think he's got it. He does, and that will not allow runners to move up. So Schilling with a sky out to left, and 2 outs now with 2 on. The Riders down to their last out. Costiel, if he can get Hecker here.
Now batting is number 11.
Hecker's 1 for 2. He had a pretty
1 for 2
decent hit.
of the walk. Yeah, he's been trouble. He's a tough out. Castile again checks the runners. 2 out, 2 on. The pitch swung on, hit well to Fisher. Fisher back, but he's got a beat on it. This is the ball game if he grabs it, and he does. Matt Fisher and the Jackson Giants have pulled off a mild shocker as they beat the Gillette Riders for the first time this season. The first upset of the seeding here at the tournament. And Jackson with a big win at home, and the home crowd fans love it. 3-2, the final. Do we take one final break and come back, or are we done? Yeah, we're going to close it out here. So thank you so much for joining us all day long on mylocalradio.com, where you'll never miss a pitch. We got all the action for you all week long in the AA tournament. And back with more of it tomorrow. For mylocalradio.com, I'm Jake Nichols alongside Max Mitchell, Aaron Poling. Now what a fun win for the hometown host team. We'll see you again tomorrow down the road. AA state tournament coverage brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming, and only on mylocalradio.com. Wishing you and yours a good night from Jackson, Wyoming.
Aaron Poling coming to you live from the studio here in Jackson, as we have a little bit of housekeeping to do as we got to finish up the post-game show. As what a game that was. What a way to end the night. The Jackson Giants take out the Gillette Riders 3-2 on the Heritage Auto of Evanston scoreboard. And man, it is time for your Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. And there's not a lot to recap, as this was a very close, very tight ball game. A very good ball game at that. I mean, came down to a run scored in the top of that 7th inning. As we go to try to find the box score, as we were able to find it. Jackson got out on top 1-0 in the 4th. They scored 1 in the 5th to take a 2-0 lead before Gillette ties the ball game on a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 5th. That works all the way to the top of the 7th, where Jackson goes ahead 3-2 on the Heritage Auto Evanston scoreboard as they are able to hold on. It is time for your McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game, as we move to the top of the 7th inning, and it has to be it's got to be the Richards. No, I'm trying to find who exactly had the base hit, but we're going to give it to, as I'm hearing, it's Aiden Grayling with the RBI single to go ahead in the 7th inning, as that is your McKay Frankham Precision Play of the Game. It is time for your Pepsi Player of the Game. That is what I like, brought to you by Western Wyoming Beverages. And man, it is hard not to just marvel at the start that the Jackson Giants got from Wilkes. 5 innings pitched, 6 hits, 2 earned runs, as we're going to give him the Pepsi Player of the Game, as he had an incredible start. And that is going to do it for us from here in Jackson for the day, as tune in tomorrow as we'll have more AA state tournament action brought to you by Buckle Up for Life Wyoming on mylocalradio.com. Until then, good night.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of mylocalradio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Cook Brothers Broadcasting, LLC. Thank you for joining us for this sports presentation on mylocalradio.com.